Blame Truth here, and welcome back, viewer, to the video I have for you today. Guys, we're at the stage in the Call of Duty life cycle where if I just say Call of Duty or Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7 or even Warzone, a tumbleweed has a very, very high chance of just materializing and rolling across the proverbial desert. Like, that bit right there, I didn't add that in. That just appeared in my timeline for my editing software. Yeah, I'm lying there. It didn't. But regardless, I gotta lie a little bit if it's for a good joke. However, the joke has stopped being funny with Activision and their lies. I cannot stop catching them in lies. And it's clearly not working. Like, we can look at the numbers, and I show these numbers every single time because every single time I show them, they're lower than last time. Every time. Look at this. I mean, at some point, you have to say, hey, our marketing isn't working. Hey, what we're doing isn't working. We need to change course drastically, and yet they just don't. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. They just keep lying. Without further ado, though, let's just get right on into the meat and potatoes here, guys. Because, quite frankly, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So the first thing I want to show you here, just to wet your whistle, just to give you a little bit of an appetizer to hold you over until we get to the main course, which, as you know, are some delicious meat and potatoes. Let me tell you, that meat falls right off the bone, and those potatoes are steamy, tender, and oh, so salty, just like me. Anyway, let me just give you this first and foremost, okay? Black Ops 7 Season 1 content offering will be the biggest season of content ever, Treyarch tells us, with post-launch having a ton of content, quote unquote. And then this sentence, I don't even know what to make of it. It's one of the worst constructed sentences I've ever heard a human being utter, and I'm not making any of that up. Let me just read this. So I think it's making damn certain no one can do any kind of math and think that we did not actually, absolutely bring it. Well done, ChatGPT! Well done! I'm sorry, but human beings don't talk like this! What the hell does that even mean? First and foremost, I don't even buy that because, do you guys remember this? Do you remember this? Let me just show you this. The most advanced Call of Duty ever of all time, twice removed, or what the fuck ever they said to try to sell you Modern Warfare 2. Let's not forget this either, where they tried to gaslight us and say that skill-based matchmaking in its current form has been in Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare in 2007, to which an ex-COD dev, many of them actually, the ones that had talent, you know, and that weren't, apparently, I guess these devs, these modern Treyarch devs are just Krang or something from Ninja Turtles, dude. Like, I cannot believe that sentence is a quote. What in the fuck is happening? But regardless, this dev called bullshit on it, as did many other devs, ex-Call of Duty devs. Mark Rubin, who was working on X-Defiant at the time, also called it out and said, like, it was like a non-factor in the matchmaking. 402 said the same thing, the community manager for Call of Duty 4, I think up until Modern Warfare 3. But I'm not here to talk about their past lies. I made a whole video on that if you want to check that out, and that's not even all of them. But I'll leave that at the end of this video on the end screen. But before we get into the real meat and potatoes here, a brief word from this video's sponsor, and then I have something to show you that's just going to blow your mind. Today's video is sponsored by CyberGhost VPN. With over 38 million users worldwide, CyberGhost is one of the most trusted VPN providers on the market. It boasts a near perfect rating on Trustpilot with over 20,000 users rating it excellent, and for good reason. So why do you need a VPN? Well, if you think incognito mode protects your privacy, you're wrong. Unfortunately, your internet provider, workplace, school, home Wi-Fi, and even the websites you visit can still track everything you do online, and that's just creepy. But that's where CyberGhost VPN comes in. It encrypts your internet traffic and reroutes it through secure servers in 100 plus countries, ensuring complete privacy and security. No one, not hackers, not your ISP, not even CyberGhost itself can see what you do online. With CyberGhost, you can access 40 plus streaming platforms, including Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and enjoy content from all different countries in just a few clicks. I personally use mine to watch AEW on the Triller app, which is not available in the US, and that's been a lifesaver for me because I like my wrestling. CyberGhost works on your PC, your phone, and whatever other device you have, and up to 7 people can use it, so you can share it with friends and family and protect them as well. So guys, hit up the link in the video description to grab an 84% discount plus 4 months free, plus with a 45-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 customer support. You can try it completely risk-free. Don't wait, click the link, download CyberGhost VPN, and start protecting your digital life today. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. Make sure you get yourself a VPN and stay protected. Very important nowadays. But regardless, let's cover SBMM in the modern era here. This is some new news about SBMM, and let's just read it. Let's just read it, shall we? Okay? In regards to all the questions about SBMM and disbanding lobbies, Treyarch told us they see the comments on it, but it's not under their control to change or adjust those. We are just the developers, they say. Now, this isn't a lie. This is the truth. But I'm showing you this because when I read this, and then I read something else, something just didn't make sense. You know, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, well, it's probably a fucking duck, right? So after reading this, and this is a truthful thing here, I was wondering, like, how are we going to spin this? If we take away disbanding lobbies, by saying this, Treyarch is not going to get credit for it. That's a rumor going around, by the way. They're toying. I mean, it's a super big grain of salt rumor, but they're toying with the idea of taking out disbanding lobbies. I don't think they will, because that is the whole point of how EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking, sucks you in and gets you addicted like you're in a fucking casino. It's also how it, like, ups player time or whatever, because it makes you wait again unnecessarily long. It's a way to just extend your play session and keep you on the game longer. Very, very shady. But regardless, after reading that quote, it's very clear that the devs don't have a lot of say on things outside of developing the base game. So keep that in mind, and then feast your eyes on this. Quite possibly the biggest load of shit I have ever seen them try to shovel in our faces. So Charlie Intel says, breaking. Treyarch confirmed to us in an exclusive interview they have canceled some big brand collab skins for Black Ops 7 after community feedback. There are opportunities that we have had lined up that, after some of our conversations, we straight up turned down. Wow. Isn't Treyarch great, guys? They are just looking out for us. They are listening to the community. And those 6.8K likes show that, man, it's working. Those people probably think the same thing I am saying right now. Treyarch is just a bunch of swell guys. Some of you may be so happy that you're out tweeting them saying, well done, ChatGPT. You're patting them on their metallic robotic back and saying, you guys are doing a great job. But see, here's the thing. This completely contradicts what I just read you prior. So whenever they're asked about SBMM, which has to be the biggest community complaint there is, they say, "Oh, we're just the devs, man. We don't have any control over it." And yet somehow they have control on if Polly Pocket, Tinky Winky, Scooby-Doo, a unicorn with diarrhea, and an entire K-pop band make it into the game or not. So they're signing all these deals for us, and then they just said, "You know what? Tear up those contracts. Let them sue us. The devs are taking over." This makes no fucking sense, and you have to be an incredibly dense, stupid asshole to fall for this. If you want further proof of this, if I go back to Modern Warfare 2019, where skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, was a thing, the community was just asking them to talk about it, those motherfuckers were under NDA. If you want to know how much they're in cuffs as developers, there you go. I'm not making that up either. They could not talk about it until Kotick resigned, and they came out with that white paper thing, which was also bullshit, by the way, because that's what that dev was referring to. They lead off the white paper article blog post with, "Skill-based matchmaking's been in the game since Call of Duty 4. Mwah, mwah, mwah." Fuck you. We're not stupid. It was not! For one, how in the hell, can someone explain to me how in the hell you can implement skill-based matchmaking on a server browser on PC? I mean, guys, I was there! No one even talked about it until Black Ops 2. No one talked about it at all until Black Ops 2 when they brought it up for ranked play. And that was really about it. But yeah, back to the devs here. Back to the devs and how under lock and key they actually are. Whenever they did an AMA, everyone just asked about it. And even after they addressed it, people have asked constantly to tone it down. It is the #1 request. People want this matchmaking system gone. I could go on, but why are they just listening to this one thing that would still make them money? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. The truth of the matter is they don't know what the hell's coming this year. They don't. Activision's in control of it all. They're lying through their fucking teeth. They have no clue what is actually going to be a collab deal. They just don't. And it's gotten to the point where every paid shill Call of Duty content creator is scrambling. They're straight up lying. I watched FaZe Swag's quote-unquote reaction to the Black Ops 7 trailer, and he claims his reaction was like a troll, but I don't know. I don't really buy that. I don't. His comment section on his own channel is calling him out. His stock continues to fall. People are sick being lied to. That is all this backlash you are seeing for the past 5 to 6 years. Just constant, back to back, every year, lying to our faces over and over and over. Every single bit of hate and vitriol they get is 110% deserved, motherfuckers. You know I'm speaking facts. But since we're on the topic of comment sections and the paid chills getting outed as well, I gotta go over the multiplayer trailer reaction. I gave my first impressions on it. Guys, I gotta do a follow-up because it's gotten so much worse that it's comical. Reading the comments on that video is more entertaining than the full price $70 game. And I've screenshotted a lot of them. You gotta see this. It's absolutely hilarious. Vanessa Dawn says, watch COD streamers scramble and overhype this to keep their job. That's kind of like what we just saw, honestly. The target audience for Black Ops 7 was born after Black Ops 2's release. Let that sink in. Press F to flush the toilet. Breaking, Activision threatens to release another Call of Duty game. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, that's a meme in my image folder. My bad. If you ever feel depressed in your life, just remember, someone had to approve this. How many unnecessary slow motion scenes you want in this trailer? COD, yes. I bought this game 12 years ago. Deadass don't think I've ever felt this apathetic towards a trailer for anything before. I feel absolutely nothing. Throw everything at the wall and hope something sticks ass game. I'm tired, boss. Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Is this a threat? Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Oh, wait, that's a meme too. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff in this folder, my bad. People still like Fane, right? The first time in 15 years I watched a Call of Duty trailer and felt absolutely nothing. Who up blaming their truth right now? Blue Rookie, you're a champion, my friend. Make this video vertical for TikTok. You can reach your target audience better that way. Gotta be one of the most sorry game trailers I've seen in a minute. Metallica couldn't reel anyone in with the first trailer, so they're going with Fane for the multiplayer trailer. Can't wait for Wet Ass Pussy as the Zombies reveal song. Canceling my pre-order after seeing this. I don't even want to play the beta anymore. We've got a mountain of leftovers. Let's Frankenstein ourselves a game. COD devs probably. And the crowd goes mild. Thanks for confirming another year on Black Ops 4 for me. Did they forget they've already made 5 games like this? I just spent all of this trailer reading the comments rather than watching the gameplay because it was more entertaining. Best part about the trailer is when it ended. Well done, ChatGPT. I haven't bought a COD game since Cold War, and after watching this, that streak will continue, and my favorite comment of all. I want to frame this one in my room here, honestly. My brother was paralyzed in a car accident 6 years ago, and the doctors said he'd never walk again. But when this trailer started playing, he stood up out of sheer willpower, waddled across the room, and turned off the TV himself. Thank you. This game truly performs miracles. We're at a point where, let's say at COD Next, they say, we're taking away skill-based matchmaking. We're removing it from the game. We're removing disbanding lobbies. We are not going to do any collaboration that isn't strictly military or gun-themed. We are going to allow stuff in the store to be earnable through just playtime. They could say all of these things, all objectively good things. But the sentiment is so bad, and they've lied to us so much, that not one single person with a brain would believe them. And why would you? How many times, seriously guys, how many times have I showed you over the years, with receipts, with proof, them lying to us just directly, without shame whatsoever? I mean, I would say, over the past 5 or 6 years, I'd say we're up to around 30 times big things they've lied about. Maybe even more than that. You know, maybe a little less, but most likely more. It's gotten to the point where there is no saving this franchise unless you do what I said they should do a few videos back, and they restructure everything from the ground up. This whole series needs a cleansing. I'm not talking about a reboot. I'm not talking about a year break. I'm talking about from top to bottom, a restructuring completely. It's gotten to the point where unless they hire me as like the community manager or something, no one's going to buy anything they fucking say. And I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I got one more thing I want to cover, and it's the Ghost of Hope pointing out another lie from them, okay? They just cannot stop. Look at this. In response to Charlie Intel's tweet where Treyarch says, Tactical Sprint was in Black Ops 6 as every game since Cold War had it, but intended to remove it for Black Ops 7. I think Nero said something to the effect of like, this could just be an update to Black Ops 6. This does not need to be a new game, a selling point for a new game. They're quoted as saying, that was the case where we're kind of being mindful to where we didn't want players to feel like we just took something away from them. And Ghost of Hope says, Everything people accused MW3 of doing is way more applicable to this game, to be honest. Same devs on both games, yet they decide to pretty much swindle you into buying BO6, knowing they were going to change things people hated for BO7. Create the problem, sell the solution. That is their entire business model now. He goes on to say, it's why I still am finding it hard to buy into what they say about the maps in BO7, for example. They look beautiful and they have variety, but if you're so confident in them being actual, definitive, and well-structured 3-lane maps, then where's the layouts? That's something else they lied to us about when Black Ops 6 was coming out, saying that the maps are classic 3-lane designs. Bull fucking shit. Anyway, he says, where's the confidence? Hard to buy into that, yet when the same devs making BO7 maps made BO6 maps. Difference between learning and improving your craft and purposefully dropping lazy shit, knowing the next game can use it for marketing purposes. And with that, guys, I'm out of time. I hope you see where they are continuing to just lie constantly, and I hope you are not going to fall for it again this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though. If you did, do me a favor. Drop a like rating. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said earlier, they highlight for you. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Guys, don't forget to click on the link in the video description to get the special discount for CyberGhost VPN. This application will protect your data while you browse and give you full access to all blocked content on the internet for only $2.03 a month. Totally risk-free. Check it out. Link in the description.